What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel, Andre here. Today is finally the day where I'm going to show you the numbers on my multifamily property, the last one that I bought. I show you guys the attic, the unit, and today we're going to take a look at the numbers. This is very high returns, okay guys, so let's take a look into it. Don't worry about the numbers over here. These are the rents that we got, okay? The place is fully rented. It has actually been a full year now. And the garage will actually increase in $5 this year. So we're going to increase the rentability in it. But we're going to take a look at the old numbers so you guys can see how I did my math and how I calculated if this was going to be a good investment property or not. As we talked about, guys, the attic is rented for $250. The 4-bedroom one is rented $125 per room. It's 4 bedrooms, so $500 a month. And the garage, I got $25. The guy actually paid a full year in advance, and that was actually pretty good because he left in early. And now I can re-rent it for actually $30 the next month. So that's actually a win-win for me. So the full rent that we got for the property is $775 per month. That might not seem a lot for you guys, especially if you're in America, but trust me, this is very nice returns, okay? This is a good rent. For you guys to have an idea, in Portugal, the minimum wage is actually $600 a month, okay? So $775 a month from one property, technically 2 units, but you get the idea, right? The cost of the property was only $45 and $500, but then we have taxes, we have the renovation, we have, what else? The credit costs, all of that is included in the total price of $60,000 that I paid for those 2 units, okay guys? $60,000. Now, my down payment was actually almost 25%, because here's the thing, I'm including furniture as well into the math. So my down payment was 24.67%, which equates to $14,800. So as you guys can see, I got 2 units for under $15,000, guys. The rest was financing through the bank. Now this is actually a 40-year-old loan, okay? This is a very big loan, where 30 years is a fixed rate of 2.35%. And the last 10 years is not a fixed rate, so we can't really know how much will be the interest on those ones, but you can always refinance on those last 10 years so you can get a fixed rate again. I try to make my loans as big as possible because that increases my cash flow a ton. I'm not investing for equity, guys. I'm definitely not. Like, my goal is cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. I don't care about equity. Now, that's the cool thing about real estate is there's a ton of ways to invest. You can invest for equity. You can invest for cash flow. You can invest in commercial. You can invest in multi-unit. You can invest in single families. You can invest in different ton of ways. You can do rent to rent, rent to buy. There's a ton of ways to invest in real estate. You just have to find the one that works for you. For me, I like to buy and rent places. So buy to rent, and I like cash flow. That's what I do. I don't like to pay my loans ASAP. I like my loans to be as big as possible. Okay guys, that's just what I focus on. That's my goal. It's not wrong, it's not right, it's what I do. So to the bank, we are paying $120 a month out of the $775 rent we pay to the bank. $120 per month. Okay, this is rounded. Okay, it's $118.37, something like that. We also have a lot of costs, and in this cost, $135, I'm actually including the real estate tax, which is the only tax that I'm including. I'm not including income tax because that differs from country to country. So I'm including the real estate tax. I'm including 1 full month of vacancy. Okay, guys. So the full rent that I'm getting is 11 months, not 12. I'm including 1 month of vacancy. I'm including condominium, which we have to pay for the cleaning of the building. I'm including insurance, for example. I'm including basically every expense that we have in the business. I'm including in this 125. So we pay to the bank 120. We have 135 costs. That leaves us with 520 net profit. Well, before taxes of the rent. So we get 520 every month out of these 3 units. Now, here's the thing where leverage really increases your profits, guys. This is a 12.77 cap, okay? That means that the return on the 60K, right? If you divide, you would not have this 120, of course. You would only have this 135 as costs. So the leftover would be a little bit bigger, right? And you would divide that by the 60. Whoa, this pen is not working. Okay. You would divide that by the 60K. I don't do it because I do leverage, right? So I only divide the 520 for these 14 and 800 because that's the money that I actually paid for the property, okay guys? And I get a return on my investment of 42%, over 42%. This property will be paid, like my money, sorry, not the property, my money will come back to me in 2.38 years. That's how much it takes for me to get my money back, guys. How incredible is that? That's why I really like, okay guys, I really like real estate as a passive investment, because the returns are insane, guys. Where can you get a 42.05% return on your money? Tell me what, like, if you go on the comments and you write, you can get that exact percentage here, I will do it, okay? Because real estate is not that hard, okay? It's not that hard to manage. Yes, you have things that break down, right? You have fires, you have floods, whatever, okay? There's a lot of problems that can happen, but most of the time, they don't, okay? So that's why I like real estate. It's very simple to manage. It's what I really call passive investment. Now, of course, to really make this passive, you would have to hire a property manager, something like that, and they would take 10% of your 775, okay? So they would take $77.50, right? Sorry about my writing, but you get the idea. They would take 10% out of that. Do I feel it's worth it for me to pay almost $100 for a month for someone to manage the properties? No, okay? I basically don't work on these, guys. What I do is every month I send the receipts to everyone. I do it via email. I get my rents from bank transfer. I don't have to go to the properties. If there's something wrong, the tenant calls me and I send someone to fix it. I don't fix stuff. I have no idea how to fix a door. So if a door is broken, they will call me and I will call someone that can fix the door, go to the property and fix it. So that's why I think it's very simple to manage real estate. Now, the most boring part of this is actually when you get turnovers, which I do get on the 4-bedroom a lot. Okay, guys, even though it's only been 1 year, I've been expecting these. Like, now I have turnover, the people are leaving and I have to find 4 new tenants because I only have 1 bedroom. Now, in this case in particular, they were only going to stay 1 year because they're students and they just finished college, so it doesn't make sense for them to stay in the city. But I do believe that this 4-bedroom can decrease the turnover a lot if I do add the 2nd bedroom and if I fix the kitchen. Now, it won't increase my ROI. It would actually decrease it, right? Because I can't get more rent than 125. It's maxed out. Okay, maybe you can get 130 if you do both of the renovations, the kitchen and the bedroom. Okay, like I said in the video, like maybe you can get 130 per room, and that's a big maybe. Okay, but what you will get is less turnover. If someone is coming for their first year in college, they're more likely to stay in the property for the next 2 years if it's a 3-year degree, or 4 years or 5 years. They're more likely to stay if they have the 2nd bedroom, if they have a renovated kitchen. Okay, that's why it might be a good investment to actually do that. Now, if I was investing to resell, which I probably will in the future, right? In 10 years, maybe I sell it. Having a kitchen will increase my value, right? Having a new kitchen, having a 2nd bedroom. Now, the 2nd bedroom is a little bit debatable because it will cut a lot of the living room space. I will probably need to join the kitchen and the living room, so that might decrease a little bit of the property. So even though I'm increasing it a little bit by having 2 bedrooms, I'm actually decreasing it by having no living room, right? So it's a little bit debatable if I should or should not have a 2nd bedroom. Now, a full 2nd bedroom will cost me probably, I would say, $5,000 to $6,000. Okay, that's a fully new bathroom, and join the kitchen and the living room will probably cost me something like $3,000 to $4,000. Because here's the thing, it's not that hard to break a wall, but since this is Portugal and not America, we don't have drywall, guys. Okay, everything is like concrete. Okay, like all of these walls are super solid. There's no drywall anywhere. Okay, so if someone breaks a wall, it's a lot of work to take that wall to the garbage, okay? It's a lot of work. That's why it's super expensive to take out a wall in Portugal. It will cost me probably $3,000 just to remove that wall and join the kitchen with the living room, okay? So for me to add a 2nd bedroom will probably cost me 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9,000. which is a lot on a 60K property. It will probably not increase the value of the property in $9,000. So it's debatable if I should or should not, but it definitely does decrease the turnover, okay guys? So that would be the main factor. If I ever do get a new bedroom, it's going to be because of the turnover and not because the value of the property and not because the increase in rent, okay? Because when we look into that, it's probably not worth it, but the turnover might make it worth it, okay? So these are the numbers, guys. Hopefully you guys can see it. Like, I'm using a little bit better of a camera, but honestly, I'm not sure if you guys can read it. Hopefully you guys can. Like, I'm not sure if it's even focused. Hopefully it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys, with this 3-part series, understand what I look for in the property. Now I actually have 3 properties and I'm looking for a 4th. The first one is a single family. It's also an apartment. It's a 2-bedroom. It's rented for $325 a month and it costs $35.5K, something like that. Plus, it didn't need any renovation, but it did need like me paying taxes and whatnot, so more like 37. It's not 1% rent, but it's almost there, okay? So it's a decent building, and it's actually very, very easy to rent. It has basically no turnover, unlike this one. So even though the rent is a little bit lower, we get less turnover because it is like a two-bedroom, 1 bath, okay? And it's a very decent one. Even though it's an apartment, it has a private entrance, it's a garden. It's a very decent building, okay, guys? These are the numbers for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys understood what I'm looking for when I'm looking for rentals. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.